Hey guys, it's me, Carter Fish here, and today we're going to be telling the story about Lightning McQueen and facing off with his new rival, Lightning McQueen's change of racing life. So, let's just get to it. There once was a skilled racer named Lightning McQueen. He's won so many piston cups, and it seems like nothing could go wrong. But one day, at the Copper Canyon Speedway, a weird blue car with blue highlightings and with a big S on the side and the number 20 and a logo with Igniter on it sped by the other racers. McQueen was literally about to cross the finish line first when that weird blue car came out of nowhere with ridiculous speed and ended up winning the race. Lightning could not believe what he had just saw in his career. He never even seen anything like that car. And then he found out that this racer wasn't a veteran. He found out that racer was a next gen. One day, he came up to one of his friends, Brick Yardley, and he asked, "Who is that racer's name that just passed me in the Copper Canyon Speedway race?" Brick responded with, "He's a new next generation racer, McQueen. He's Jackson Storm." McQueen couldn't believe what he just heard from his friend Rick Yardley. So he's gonna find a way to come back with Jackson Storm on his tail. Soon, all racers have been taken out one by one, all at the same time. Multiple racers have been taken out one by one, each getting replaced by a newer next generation racers. Like, let's face it, Parker Brixton replaced by a next generation racer, H.J. Joseph Hollis. Paunchy Wipeout replaced by a newer next generation racer named Paul Conrad. And let's face it, Rex Revler replaced by a newer next generation racer named Dan Garcia. And let's face it, Aiken Axer replaced by a next generation racer named Tim Treadless. And finally, Speedy Comet replaced by a newer next generation racer named Ryan Lenny. These racers have been taken out one by one, each getting replaced by a newer veteran racer, or a newer next gen, I meant. McQueen was so desperate of what was happening to all his veteran friends. He was so confused. Well, at least he still had his friends. But little did he know, his friends were about to get retired. Were getting closer to retirement. McQueen was not going to let that happen to his friends. One day, he was racing for the Piston Cup. When he tried, he thought he was going to be able to beat his rival. But little did he know, his rival came right up next to him and just told him, "Enjoy your retirement." It's like a ghost just whispering it's like a ghost just whispered in his ear saying, "I will kill you in your dreams tonight." McQueen couldn't believe how far Jackson was getting ahead of him, so he tried so hard to pass him. His friend Bobby Swift told him, "McQueen, don't push too hard." McQueen responded with saying, "No, I need to catch up to Jackson Storm." But little did McQueen know that he pushed way too hard and his tire popped. His two friends watched in horror as McQueen was skidding across the track. Storm even saw by himself on the projector. McQueen skidded for a few times and then spun out of control, hit the outside wall hard, and ended up flying through the air and getting into a terrible accident. McQueen felt like he was never going to race again, but until he found out a trainer, Cruz Ramirez, "McQueen, I can help you." "Really?" They both headed to the Rusty's Racing Center, where McQueen trained on the simulator for the hardest time of his life. Cruz said, "Come on, you're in second place. It's the final lap. You're right behind Storm." McQueen responded with saying, "I can make it. I can make it." "You got first place." Hey, McQueen celebrated in happiness. "Yes! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo!" Now, McQueen trained for the hardest moment of his lifetime. Cruz sat right next to Ralph Carlos Pitti, and McQueen was ready to race. He started off in the second place position, and his friends were all still there. McQueen was ready to dominate Storm once and for all. And the race was off. McQueen began to lose his focus, but he regained energy and tried to speed down the racetrack, looking for his rival, and stuck in first place. Whoa! McQueen got hit by Storm, but he still regained his energy. But then he realized, no. Unbelievable! McQueen's fading! Fading fast! McQueen watched in horror as he saw his nightmare through his horrible self. But McQueen wasn't going to give up. McQueen came across the track with his rival Jackson Storm right behind him, or in front of him, I meant. They were bumper to bumper as they approached the finish line. McQueen got out in first place for a second. Then Storm ran McQueen so hard that he just slammed up against the wall. It was going to be close to the line. Everyone thought McQueen was just going to be defeated right there, and it was all going to be over for him. But McQueen, Lightning McQueen did an amazing flip move right over Jackson, an amazing 360-degree flip right over his rival. McQueen landed on the ground with his tires screeching forward. He got the lead. He won first place. He was the winner of the start of the new season. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Ka-chow! Ow. Well, that's the end, everyone. Peace.